and for the wars that we are fighting within this country. A war on drugs, which has become a war on people, and some people more than other people. This country, the largest prison population per capita on the face of the planet, disproportionately comprised of people of color. Only some are getting arrested. Only some are doing time. Only some are checking a box on an application form that makes it that less likely that they'll get that job. Only some will not qualify for Pell Grants for possession of a substance that is legal in most states in this country. What if we decided that instead of waging war, we were going to treat addiction as a public health issue instead of a criminal justice issue? That those pharmaceutical corporations that pushed opioids on the American public and said it would not be addictive are held accountable, and that we have justice for everyone, even the most powerful, even the wealthiest, even those corporations with their political action committees. And what if we ended the prohibition on marijuana and expunged the arrest record for everyone arrested for possession of something that's legal in most of the country today? Allow you to get on with your life, take that job, go to school, be everyone that you are supposed to be.
It is Wednesday, April 20th, 7:04 a.m. This is Good Morning Brownsville, and my name is Frankie Olivo. Morning, Joe. Thank you so much for your time. Hope you have a good Wednesday. I'm a little orangey today. I think it's the settings. Moving in with the weather. Again, everyone's favorite segment. We've been having some breezy days. A couple of days ago, on Monday, I believe, it was a nice, cool day. It rained a little bit, but it was nice. Today we should have some spotty scattered showers. Brownsville is looking at a cool day, 86 degrees. The Cabrera boys, South Padre Island, they're at 76 degrees. So overall, it is going to be a great day moving forward. Perfect day for the beach, especially for everybody that was out there this past weekend. Local news, and again, I think we have already taken over Papi Musk. I think he is now one of us. Well, I think we were all looking at each other pretty weird when he made the assumption or the claim that he's homeless. He did come on a podcast this past weekend, and he says that that he does stay at friends' homes. That even though he is the world's richest man, his fortune does amass to close to $300 billion. And he says that he himself does not have a place to lay his head. Now, it's pretty ironic how somebody with the resources that he has makes this claim that he doesn't have a home. And we have heard how he has made the claims that he has sold all his possessions. Being in California, he did say that he sold all his houses and that he lives pretty much a modest life. But again, what is modest to the world's richest man? And as we can all imagine, whenever we go out of town, we do tend to stay in. I tend to stay in my friends' couches, beds. Whenever I travel up to San Antonio, to Houston, whatever city I may find myself in. But do we see ourselves, Papi Musk, hanging out on a couch? Does he couch surf per se? Now we wouldn't dare go that far. But remember when he did state that he lived here in Boca Chica Island, Boca Chica Beach, Starbase, in a $50,000. It seemed like a storage unit. It was small in size, and he said, that's all I needed for. I just needed to sleep. But there was an article stating that he doesn't live in that $50,000 portable, that he actually does have a home in Starbase, Brownsville, Cameron County, Texas. Now, as soon as I found this picture, I was going crazy. I was like, I'm sure we could probably find that around here. But again, the world's richest man is making the claim that he's pretty much homeless, that he has downsized and has sold all his possessions, and all that he's worried about now is just focusing on his career, on SpaceX and Tesla. Now, do we buy that for a second? Do we say, the world's richest man doesn't have a place, pobrecito? Or is this a way for the world's richest man to try and seem like one of us, to seem human, so to speak? We have seen how billionaires such as, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, have bought yachts and have bought islands and things of luxury. Well, Elon Musk is trying to distance himself from that, and he's trying to show the world that, hey, yes, I may have X amount of dollars, but I live a modest life. I don't have a place to lay my head. I'm homeless. Tesla did build a. How did he get a blue trash can? Does he have a blue trash can? A ver. No me diga. Oh, he does have a blue trash can. Oh my God, controversy. Las cosas que ves, Erasmo, man, that's a good find. Elon Musk does have a blue trash can, guys. So it gets cleaned and it's properly sanitized. But I believe that Elon Musk, being a billionaire, he's trying to make himself, stoop down to our level. How do we feel whenever he was here at Sombrero? It was like, oh my God, the world's richest man is having a Speedo Papa. We'd never think of that. But is he really homeless? I was alluding to that the Cybertruck, the Tesla truck, is being manufactured and produced in Austin, a brand new facility that they opened up there. And they're saying that, whenever he is in Austin, he does stay at a friend's mansion that's worth, $12 million. So to him being modest, yeah, he might say that, he might crash at his friend's house, but it's not like my friends. And look, all my friends have nice places. They got condos. They got, my friends have nice places. If my friends have nice places, imagine Elon Musk's friends. So is the world's richest man, should we feel sorry for him that he doesn't have a place to lay his head? I wouldn't go that far. But he is making that assumption. Now, in finance news, we always try to present what's out there. Remember the time where Netflix, or I guess it is currently still in, but it's interesting to see how we have seen how this platform has grown exponentially, and we have been guilty, and I'll admit, been guilty of sharing passwords. I think that's a common thing, and I blame it on the company because they allowed 3 to 4 users. So to us people, we think that 4 people could have the password. Well, in finance news, we got word that Netflix has lost over 200,000 subscribers these past 2-3 months in Q1. And you might think, they still have 22 million. Well, they are projected to lose another 2 million customers. Now, every business, as we all know, they're looking for that climb, so to speak. We got to grow. We need more customers. We need to expand. We need to branch out. What could we do? What demographics could we target to make sure that our numbers go up? Again, life is all about numbers. It's all a numbers game. We all know that. So in Q1, at the start of 2022, Netflix has lost 200,000 subscribers. And again, 100 million users, 100 million households are sharing passwords. So maybe this could lead. This is the reason why Netflix has not seen an increase in new customers, because we're all sharing the password, because it's all us. Now, how are they going to counter that? And one of the big points that is interesting to see is that they will make changes to the operating system moving forward, and they have ignored. They have ignored the idea or the concept that individuals, that people, that that we share the password. And you might think, hey, well, it's a family account. But again, looking at it from a business perspective, the business is destined to grow. That is the purpose. We need to make more money. Money makes the world go round. But Netflix will be making changes to their account, and this was a drastic dip in the market. I can go back to, 2010 when Netflix was like barely, uh, barely affordable in the stocks. Now, it's lately it's been very, very healthy. But how will this affect Netflix moving forward? They are going to make changes. They will be making it cheaper. I think right now the value price, or the premium member, is 17, 18, around $20. Well, we could see a dip in pricing moving forward, and they will make changes to the passwords. So everybody that has a Netflix account from our friends and our family, we won't be having the luxury of using their passwords in the future. And again, Papi Mas, he always has to have a word in everything. And he did state that the woke mind virus is making Netflix unwatchable. But again, Netflix, for the most part, they've had great shows. They've had House of Cards, which I love, Squid Games as of late, Selling Sunset, which is a realtor show that goes around, different brokers, realtors, and they sell, exotic homes. For the most part, in my opinion, Netflix has a great thing going. Hulu, for whatever reason, hasn't been able to garner that attention. I don't know why. Get to the weather. Yeah, we did the weather. I live in the basement of my parents' well, it happens. Good morning, Kat. Thank you for tuning in. And again, it's always important for us to keep up with pop culture. The Cabrera boy, Albert Cabrera, he is very in tune with pop culture. Well, today is a day that is celebrated amongst avid marijuana smokers. Today is Happy 420 Day. And for those individuals that don't understand this concept, or 420, and there's many reasons why this day is celebrated, but 420 is a day in which many people gather, and some treat it like the Super Bowl. They take the day off and they smoke. They are big proponents of medicinal marijuana. They are big proponents of the herb and the positive effects that it has had on a person's body. And before you say, oh, Frankie, marijuana Frankie, I've always been in support of veterans, individuals with PTSD. I have seen and heard from doctor friends that have seen patients, children as young as 7, 8, 9 years old, who suffer from epileptic seizures. And it is something that the doctors have conveyed to me, that their parents are distraught, because, as we could all imagine, as a parent, we would want our children to protect them and to provide them and to take care of them. Now imagine your child going through something that you as a parent can't control. Many parents have resorted to marijuana. They have crossed state lines, unfortunately, but many have relocated to states such as Colorado, Seattle, California. Recently, I think Oklahoma is in the works. New Mexico just passed a law of having recreational marijuana allowed in their state. And we have seen other states move in that way. And many arguments have been made of saying, hey, this is a great way for governments, entities to tax. But again, should we legalize marijuana? And many people have said, hey, well, we shouldn't do that. That is the gateway drug. That's just something that we have heard. I like to look at the positive of things. To me, in my personal opinion, you could take it how you'd like, but to me, alcohol is worse. To me, alcohol, and I think we all have seen it. I personally have lost a friend due to alcohol. there is a big difference, in my opinion. And I'm not here to say, oh, smoking marijuana is good for the person. I'm not here to say that. What I am here to say is that me and talking as a layman, with no expertise in the field, of course, I have seen how a person on alcohol gets aggressive, how they black out, they aren't in their full capacity to operate a vehicle, to be approachable. Now compare that to marijuana users. Now again, I'm not here to make the argument that everybody should smoke weed, but many people have seen the benefits of this. And lately, we have seen our state representative, Eddie Lucio, who has been a proponent of medicinal cannabis being used in the state of Texas. And this started 4 years ago. Lately, as of late, I think 2 years ago, he did try to push it again. But it seems as if Texas is not all for it. Again, Texas has the luxury that other states don't have. Now, could we really benefit? Could the state really benefit from taxes? Of course it can. We have seen how recently states popping up, such as Washington, California has been at it for a while, but we have seen how they have been able to use those resources for things such as education, for public transportation, for paving for roads. It has opened up a whole different monster in regards to helping the community out with that taxation. Will Texas legalize marijuana? I don't believe so. And again, even though this number is, fairly small, but New Mexico, this happened 2 weeks ago. New Mexico recently opened up shop with recreational marijuana, and they did see close to $10 million worth of sales. And again, being with the proximity of Texas, we did see a lot of Texans traveling to get this. Now, again, 420 today is a day that many avid marijuana smokers celebrate, and many individual people have their reasons. But again, I am a big proponent of veterans using these herbs for PTSD. We have seen how pharmaceutical companies, and I alluded to the video with potential governor Beto O'Rourke, when he says, I want to legalize marijuana. And the reasons being is because, it does have some positive effect on individuals. And we have seen how the justice system has punished harshly, in my opinion, individuals with marijuana possession. And that has hindered them from applying for financial aid. That has hindered them from gaining or obtaining economic opportunity, such as other individuals. Again, I am not condoning individuals breaking the law, but at the same time, I am in favor of us taking a look at how we can better help our community, our people, instead of harming them or holding things against them. Now, again, are they breaking the law by smoking marijuana? Yes. In the state of Texas, it is illegal to smoke marijuana. Lately, we have seen a lot of CBD shops, which that is all new to me. We have coffee shops that are now selling CBD infused coffee, brownies, cookies, lollipop, just about anything. It's going to a trend. It seems that in Texas, possibly in the next 15-20 years, it could be a reality. As of right now, it doesn't seem so. And again, be very careful with politicians. Politicians want to tell you just what you want to hear. But Beto O'Rourke has promised or has stated that he is all in favor of legalizing marijuana, that it could generate $1 billion in new state revenue. It could, and again, he's a big proponent of expunging Texas records for marijuana arrests. And it would allow law enforcement to focus on other violent crimes. And again, the majority of the population in jail is for drug possession, is for marijuana. So again, should we really saturate our jail systems? Well, if you own a jail, yeah, it's beneficial. Throw them all in jail, lock it up. I get 40,000 per inmate. Or should we really look at our justice system and try to reform it? And instead of hindering our youth, especially our youth, I'm all in favor of our youth because underage 15, 16-year-olds they get found with a little bit of weed, a joint or two, and it affects them throughout their whole life. I would want for any administration to rethink this, whether they're Democrat or Republican. That way, we should not hinder the lives of our youth. And now for our feature story, the Jason Garcia Scholarship. We have been very, very proponent of this endeavor. We have seen how this has provided many opportunities for the youth. And one thing here at Brownsville Talk that we always promote is we always promote giving back, being involved within the community, taking action. And the most beautiful thing about these events is that it changes the lives of individuals. The Jason Garcia Scholarship Foundation will be having a fundraiser at Lucky Barrel this Saturday, April 23rd, from 12 to 6. They will be having entertainment from 3 to 6 p.m. It is a $10 donation. I do invite all my community to go and support. I have always stressed that I will never ask anything of my community. All I ask maybe sometimes is for y'all to feed me. But I am going to ask for $10. I am going to ask for $10. Please stop by Lucky Barrel and contribute. It is for a great cause. Now, I want to talk about Jason Garcia, the person. It is amazing that even though an individual is not among us, that he is still having a positive impact within our community, within our society today. Jason Garcia was a BISD athlete, student athlete, who excelled. I've always stated this. We previously ran a story on Mr. Garcia 2 years ago, last year. And I've always stated this, that I never told him or his friends personally, but I've always been jealous of them because of the camaraderie that they had. And these guys were always, 10, 15 deep. And you saw the brotherhood and you saw how close they were with one another. Me from afar, I always was, that's from afar. I've always envied that because that's a beautiful thing. And we have seen and talked about how the close relationship between Wolf and Garcia, they both went to Stell, knew each other for many, many years. And it was exciting to see videos, clips of them going at it. And I did mention on the last show that I could just imagine, Jason was a defensive end for Rivera. And I could just imagine him, talking smack on the line, like, "Hey, Wolf, I'm coming for you, man. I'm coming for you," or just talking smack. And I'm sure Wolf did the same. Well, he did manage to get a scholarship, and he did go to Kingsville. And again, one of the biggest goals any athlete has, at a young age, is to play at the next level, to have an opportunity to compete in college. And that's one thing that Martin Carrion and Jason Garcia, both student athletes from Rivera, managed to do. They went to Kingsville and they played, and they excelled, both of them. Jason Garcia got a job at Donna. He came down back to the Valley, and he became a coach. He transferred over to Pace, and he was a powerlifting coach. And again, a great teacher, a person with passion will be able to convey that to his students. And that is something that Jason did with his. And we saw how, he excelled even as a coach, as a powerlifting coach. And we have, pictures with him and Coach Hugo. But again, Jason excelled on and off the field. We saw it at Rivera. We saw it in Kingsville. And then we saw him as a coach in Donna and at Pace. Um, even though, once again, even though he is not among us, it is impressive to see how his legacy lives on. Uh, his friends and family, those that loved and revere him, they created a scholarship foundation. His mother, along with his closest friends, every year for the past 6 years, have been giving back to our communities. They have taken it upon themselves of Jason Garcia is remembered forever. Um, his friends and family are very thankful to Donna ISD for giving Jason an opportunity, and that has been one of the schools that they always go back to and give back. They have a very good relationship with the community, with the coaching staff, with the leadership over there, and they have actively been giving back scholarships to athletes. Their friends and family, they again 10, 15 deep is a beautiful thing. They go back and they present these scholarships to these athletes. We have seen them in Donna giving back, and also here in BISD. Well, again, I do invite the community this Saturday from 12 to 6 at Lucky Barrel, a $10 donation. There will be a raffle. There will be some Yetis and other awesome things. There will be some gift baskets, the ice chest, and a 45 quart cushion. I might get that wrong, but there is a raffle. But again, I do encourage my friends and family to stop by and give back. And again, this individual is helping out the lives of many student athletes. And the beautiful thing to me is, my grandpa always told me, and I love my grandpa with all my heart. He always told me, we need to make a positive impact in our world. What are you doing to make a positive impact in your world? And that have always, stuck with me in my heart. What are we doing to give back? Many times in our lives, we are so caught up in this rat race that we forget, hey, we have to, our blessings, we have to give them on to others, whether it's our knowledge, whether it's our resource, our money, our time. Well, Jason Garcia is giving that and some. He is giving back to our community, not just in Brownsville, but in Donna. To me, that has been very impressive to see. And it just brings a smile on my face to see his friends and his mom year in and year out give back to the community. So I invite my community this Saturday, Lucky Barrel, 12 to 6. If you are not, what about the arena? Well, we'll talk about that. Today is Jason's day. Today's the Jason Garcia Scholarship Day. So this Saturday, 12 to 6, Lucky Barrel. Stop by. If you're not able to stop by, make sure you contact me. I'll get you with the right representatives, so you can send your money via Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, all those social media platforms that we use to transfer money. Again, this Saturday, 12 to 6. Stop by, please, and show support. Guys, it is 7:31 a.m. Wednesday. Happy 420. Avid smokers are celebrating to legalize marijuana. Beto O'Rourke, running for governor, has promised that that is something that he would take on. Again, President Biden did say that we would get our student loans wiped away. Now that we are asking for our student loans, he's saying, what are you talking about? I didn't really mean that. So don't believe everything you hear. Netflix did plummeted 20% in the stock after 200,000 subscribers were lost in Q1, and projections are that in the next quarter they're going to lose close to 2 million subscribers. They will be making changes, so us who share our Netflix password with our friends and family will not be able to use the service. Poppy Musk, the homeless billionaire, do you really believe him? Do you really think he, being $300 billion worth, has nowhere to rest his head? I wouldn't go that far. And again, the Jason Garcia Scholarship this Saturday from 12 to 6, Lucky Barrel. To my community, go out and show love and support. Thank you so much for your time. Hope you have a happy and great Wednesday. God bless. Good morning. Morning, Brownsville. Good morning, Cindy.